I think, are you the far side or
On
am I?
the far side,
okay.
yeah.
Hey, look at that. Lovely, isn't it?
Can we sit down?
Okay. Right. I'll get your seat for you, Melanie.
Yeah.
Get your seat for you.
Can we sit?
Aye,
I don't think we sit yet.
have a seat. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Ashley and Michael.
Okay. Are we still singing? I'm not sure.
Gentlemen, it's been a great pleasure and privilege today to be at the wedding of Ashley and Michael. Thoroughly enjoyed it, I'm sure the rest of you have as well. I hope they have a splendid time in the future. And I'm going to propose a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Sinclair. Slanjiva.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Mum, are you pouring a wee drink just for us? Oh, there you go, Ash.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send you bar.
Oh.
Ooh. Right, are we just sitting down now? Just
Yeah.
take a seat here. Oh.
Sit down.
Mrs. Sinclair. Okay, can I give everybody's attention, please? It's my privilege and time for a bit of revenge for the speech for the bride's father. So, just everybody, thanks. Oh, okay. Better. There we go, yeah. Right. So first of all, big thank you for everybody coming here today, for coming to Cyprus for the wedding of Mr. and Mrs. Sinclair. And just like to say that Ashley spent the past 16 months organising this by herself. So she's put so much effort, so much time and energy into it. So now, I've got a few things here to say about Ashley. And Ashley is, some of you know, very impulsive. The first thing is always, yeah, it's fine, that'll do. So obviously, over the years, there's a few, yeah, that's fine, that'll do, and it's ended up to be a right mess, and basically a heap of shit. So, but this time, she's obviously done really well. And first boyfriend worked out really well for her, and they're really happy. So the thing is that you've got to say something embarrassing about the bride. So one of the things, years ago, we were on holiday, and Ashley was maybe 6 or 7 at a time, and she had an obsession with buying things. Everything, yeah, it's never changed. It's never changed. So we're driving up the motorway, every services, this was at night, driving through the night, every services, I need the toilet. So, right, okay, all right, so we pull into services. She goes straight past the toilet, straight to the shop. So she'd clicked on, every services had a shop and a toilet. So she would think, toilet, I'll go to the shop. So, nothing's changed there. And when she moved out a couple of years ago, they moved into their house in Blackburn. It was a room full of shopping. Yeah. So they went on holiday, and we decided that now's the time to get rid of this stuff. Now's the time to move her out permanently. So me and my wife must have filled maybe 5, 6, 7 black bags full of stuff. And I was so much stuff you wouldn't believe. And I pulled a handbag out the wardrobe, and I was a Subway in it. Remember that? I remember that. How long it had been there, I've no idea, but the bag actually walked into the black bag on its own. So.
I can't breathe.
So I thought, well, yeah. So they were on holiday, so I took a chance to go over to the house, spare key, open the door, dump all the stuff in it. I thought, that's it, it's gone. So, when that was fine, and I mean, as you know, the past couple of weeks have been quite difficult for us because a few things have been happening, and Ashley's been coped really well with it. She's done absolutely brilliant today, and I'd just like to say, hope they have a fantastic future together, and not sure about all this bug stuff a bit. Each to their own. If that's what floats our boat, then fine. So just a big round of applause for her for pulling everything together and doing a fantastic job. And just enjoy the rest of your night.
Right, I'd like to give my speech there.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Right. Right. Oh, not that water.
Good luck, buddy.
I'll try.
That sour gold.
Oh, I've got an essay. Is it on? It's on this time, right?
No.
No. That better? No. Oh, better. Okay, right. Right, first off, I'd like to thank Neil, because that's a lovely speech. I've not heard you utter any better sentences apart from I'm allergic to pugs, which I'm still quite dubious of. Right, good evening to everyone, and on behalf of my wife and I I'd like to thank you all for making the journey out to Cyprus. I know it means a lot to both myself and my wife. Yeah, that's going to get cheered all night. I'll use that. Just to come out and celebrate our special day with us. It's fantastic to have so many family, friends, and even Drew's here. So, sadly, with all happy events, there are always some that can't be with us. So if you'd just like to join me in a toast to absent, friendly, and friends. And pugs. Now, I do have a special few thank yous to make. First off, I'd like to thank my legs for always supporting me. My arms for always being by my side. My fingers, as I've always been able to count on them, especially my middle finger. It's always stuck up for me when I needed it. All jokes aside, I would like to say a few really special thank yous. First off, for Ashley's side of the family, yous have been great right from the start. Welcome me in, and I'm afraid I'm stuck with yous now. I've also got my family. Yous did a fantastic job raising me. It's a shame about the other two, but 1 out of 3 is not bad. Yeah, well, that's debatable. I'd like to give a big thanks to our junior bridesmaids as well. They're looking lovely. Right. And Phoebe as well. She's been picking loads of flowers. Right. Bear with me. I'm not very organised, as Ashley has proved. I think that's why she did it all by herself, which is just as well. Thomas, thank you very much for doing a great job as the ring bearer. He also managed to sneak a gift for Ashley all the way across without her noticing, right under her nose. And a big thanks for turning up sober today. Also my groomsmen, Mark, Drew, Roy, you have done a fantastic job. Stephen. Only kidding. You turned up and you did. You were even on time. Right. Who else have I got? I've also got the bridesmaids to thank. They've done a great job getting Ashley ready, keeping everything calm because it must have been mayhem this morning. So big thanks to Christy, Alex, and Kelly. You all look absolutely stunning today. You really do. And if you'd like to just toast me and wish him my beautiful wife, just a toast to say I'm really glad that I've had so much time with you, and I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life trying to apologise for all the stupid stuff I do. So I'm now going to pass over to my groomsman because my best man can't stand up for a speech because it's quite low ceiling in here. So I've hopefully bribed them enough to say some kind words, but it's debatable if they've got any. They might just be a generic one. But thanks again, and Ashley, you are absolutely stunning and absolutely everything to me, and I love you so much. Nerve-wracking. Kind of an off-piste bit. Oh.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Is it on? Yeah, we're okay. We're all good. No, stop again. Can you hear me now? Yeah, here we go. Right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Mike, for that speech. It was good considering we saw you writing it this morning. Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, we were the same. As a best man, Steve's kindly delegated this role of giving a best man speech to the groomsmen. So Drew, Mark, and myself are going to do that. So thanks, Steve. I'm part one of three, so settle in.
We're going to be here a while.
It gives us the opportunity, though, to thank Mike formally for asking us to be the groomsmen. We're honoured, and we're delighted to be part of your and Ashley's day. It's been a great day so far. I think the venue's, well, as you'll all agree, is cracking. It's totally different from the norm, and at least we can guarantee some decent weather. We don't have to rely on the Scottish sunshine breaking through once in a while. Ashley, you look amazing. Mike's a very lucky man, and you make a perfect couple. I need to thank the bridesmaids as well for all your help that you gave Ashley this morning and in the lead up. Drew, Mark, and myself have had great fun recalling some of the stories and times that we've had with Mike. We've known him various lengths of time, and there's a lot of stories, and mainly Drew's got some that we can't share tonight. So if you fill him with some drink, I'm sure there's some rugby tour stuff that we can get out of him. But seriously though, through all those stories, we all sort of conclude that Mike's a really kind, genuine friend. You can always rely on him, mainly for a bad joke. But no, he's a great guy, and we're really pleased for you all.
Hello. Let me hear you say well. Settle, come on now. So, as Roy mentioned, we've kind of all known each other for quite a while, and I've probably known Mike probably the longest. I've had the pleasure of knowing him for about 20 years, and unfortunately, Mike's known me for about 20 years, so it's kind of balanced out there. I always remember when Ash and Mike first met, he was strutting around like Archie, giving it around Bankhead, chuffed to pieces that a Lindsay Lohan lookalike from Dice fancied him. I always presumed that she had a thing for Sloth from Goonies and saw that in Mike. Thankfully, as the years have passed, Mike got a bit bonnier, and Ash hasn't turned out like Lindsay Lohan. But it's been close at times. I'd like to give one little tale of a decent enough story I think we can get away with here. So, it's one of our traditions that we've started. It's called Dirty Pint Friday. It's a magical tradition for the brave and bold. Where basically we take a half day on a Friday, 3 friends will meet up in a pub, and we decide that we're going to have a few beers, catch up, we'll act like gentlemen, and we'll put the world to right. The wives, however, see it as 3 dafties drinking too many beers and whiskey, too early in the day, rambling nonsense, and having to be poured in the car at 9 o'clock. We're not sure who's right. So, the week before one particular Dirty Pint Friday, Ash had been to Ireland to visit Christy, so Mike decided to earn some brownie points. He thought he would decorate the bedroom. There's new carpet, new wallpaper, new bedding, the works. He put in a hell of a graft. Ashley came home. She was absolutely delighted with her new room. It was such a surprise for her. Unfortunately, The room was decorated for a second time that week, as Mike, blutered by copious amounts of beer and whiskey, undid all the hard work. Ashley ended up sitting up all night watching Mike to make sure he didn't choke in his sleep. So, Michael, this gift is from your new wife.
Right, folks, got another couple of quick stories for you, but anyone that knows Mike will know just how much he enjoys his food. Mike is actually the only person that I know who's paid for a diet plan, stuck to it by the letter, and finished it only so that he didn't feel quite as guilty after this, so he would go and buy a 12-pack of Krispy Kreme donuts and eat them all in one day.
I finished them.
He finished them and he's proud.
Damn right.
But Mike and I generally get together for a couple of beers in town now and again, and one of the traditions that we'll have with that is we'll go into Brewdog and get a buffalo chicken burger. Yeah, this brings us on to the stag do, Mike, which we have a couple of nice visual aids for here. We thought during the stag do, as you can see, it might be nice for Mike to go in and get something to eat. One, to sober him up slightly, and two, because he enjoyed the food there. So, one buffalo chicken burger later, Mike decided he was going to take a wander to the bathroom. Quick game of rock, paper, scissors. Quick game of rock, paper, scissors later, and it was myself that had to go and check on Mike. So into the bathroom I go. The scene that befalls me is Mike having a conversation with the urinal, having a look at what he's just eaten. At this point, which Mike doesn't know, someone walked into the bathroom and took in this scene. He doesn't know that was one of my bosses from work, who looked at me, looked at Mike, told me I need to sort it out, which we did by promptly leaving very quickly. But Mike and Ashley are a very well-suited couple, and Ashley, you don't get off quite so lightly with this either. Oh. We have here for Ashley a nice tube, which we'll pass across. I suggest you save it for another time to open. All will become clear just in a second. But Mike is also a very caring and delighted husband, very thoughtful, very devoted, which showed when he stayed up one night to drive into town to pick up Ashley after a night out. I'll gloss over the details for everyone because they don't need to hear that. Needless to say, on the drive home, Ashley felt a bit queasy, aimed for the window and missed.
Oh, no, no.
Mike stayed up all night looking after Ashley, cleaning it all up. Very devoted. In her car, I might add. However, we can think of no two people that are better matched up to spend the rest of their lives together. So one final gift that we have, I think Drew and Roy have it just in Drew's sporran here, been asked by the father-in-law to pass this on from the stag do. It fell out your pocket just at the end of the night, I believe, Mike. But this is from your wee dance that you had when you were out.
I think I got them in Cheers.